either telling you like, you're a badass bitch, yeah, go get him, tiger, or they're like,
your eyes were bright green and they pulled me into you. It's always summer in your arms. It's always summer in your arms.
hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Mary's Cup of Tea. I'm so excited that you're here today because I'm going to be talking about confidence. If you've watched any of my past videos or got to know me a little bit on social media, you know that I used to compete in bikini fitness competitions, and then I went on this whole healing recovery journey from my eating disorder, and now I've been kind of cultivating this space of self-love and self-acceptance. When it comes to confidence, this is a word that I used to avoid at all possible costs, and it's because it made me really uncomfortable. The biggest misconception about confidence is that confidence is a personality trait, but that is not true. Confidence is more of a habit than it is anything else. So because it's a habit, the good news is that we can build that habit and strengthen that confidence muscle so you can show up confidently in any area of your life. But I feel like there are three major things that get in the way of our confidence. So the first is this comparison trap. If you're anything like me, I spend quite a bit of time on social media. A lot of the time I'm either putting out a message, but sometimes I'm guilty of like mindlessly scrolling and comparing myself to everybody. And that really takes a toll on our self-esteem. Why? Because social media only shows the highlight reel, so we don't see anything behind the scenes and our entire perception is skewed. The second thing that gets in the way of our self-confidence is this inner critic. All of us have like these voices in our head that are always talking to us. So they're either telling you like, you're a badass bitch, yeah, go get him, tiger, or they're like, you suck, you're not good enough, you'll never be Sally on Instagram, you might as well just give up now. And unfortunately, those negative conversations are remembered a lot more powerfully in the brain than the positive ones. Think of the last time somebody complimented you. And what significance did you give that compliment? Maybe you rejected it, or maybe you accepted it. But did it really stick with you, that compliment? Because most of the time, the stuff that really sticks with us is the bully, or when somebody said something mean, or when we had a falling out with our best friend or our romantic partner. So those negative things, they generally have more of an effect on us than any compliment or any good thing ever will. And that's only because the mind is predisposed to thinking about the bad. Because before, we had to think about the bad and anticipate any bad thing that could happen because we could be eaten by lions while we're hungry, while we're hunting. So this is a total normal, like instinctual response. But that's why our mind tends to fall into the negative a lot more than it falls into the positive. But then the third thing that gets in the way of our confidence is our body image. Now this is like such a huge topic of conversation that would take me so many videos to unpack and dissect. But basically how we feel in our physical bodies has a huge toll on how we feel with ourselves as a whole human body, mind, and spirit. So we're receiving and experiencing everything in life through this physical vessel, and if we don't like that physical vessel, then shit, like our experience of life is going to be very unfortunate most of the time. I experienced this firsthand when I was in fitness competitions and my life revolved around changing my body and not accepting it and hating it and punishing it. It made it really hard to be confident in other areas of my life because I felt so insecure about my physical body. So I'm gonna give you like 3 simple steps that hopefully you can implement right away in order to show up more confidently in your life. So my first big tip for confidence is you have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself at the top of your priority list, always and forever. How we show up for ourselves determines how we show up for others. So if you show up for yourself first thing in the morning and you are taking care of yourself, then you bet your ass you're gonna come into work and you're gonna show up in that same spirit of a person who's been taken care of. If you wake up in the morning and you're doing everybody's errands and you're packing lunch for the kids and you run out of bed and you spill coffee on yourself, then of course you're gonna show up wherever you're going feeling rushed, first of all, insecure, not grounded, very frantic, and always playing catch up. And it's really, really hard to be secure in yourself if your self-care is rocky. So your self-care has to be a #1 priority. And just to clarify, self-care isn't laying in the bathtub while your kids are screaming or drinking a bottle of wine when you have a ton of homework to do. Self-care is how you take care of yourself in the most littlest, simplest steps that you do consistently. That's self-care. Remember what makes you feel good and what really makes the difference in your confidence, and ritualize that thing. I've coached a few of my clients into ritualizing meditation because that's one thing that I have ritualized. I sit right here on this mat and I meditate every morning while I read my meditation book. So ritualize what makes you feel good and watch it make a huge difference on your confidence and self-esteem. So since you stuck around, I would love if you gave me a thumbs up on this video since it helps me create more videos, and drop a comment below letting me know your biggest takeaway or maybe what you struggle with the most when it comes to confidence. I have so many resources on confidence and self-love and eating disorder recovery. I'm really excited to announce that my website, Mary's Cup of Tea, is up. So if you want to browse through that, look at some blog posts, you're more than welcome to. I'll link that below as well. Also, please subscribe to this channel. It helps me tremendously. And one last thing, which is super duper exciting, depending on when you're watching this, you might have access to my latest group coaching course called the Confidence Class. So this is a live workshop where I will take you through all the things you need in order to silence your inner critic, overcome comparison, and cultivate really, really positive body image so you can show up confidently in your life. So if you're watching this before June 2nd, then you still have time to sign up. So sign up for the confidence class below. If you're watching this afterwards, then no worries, just go to the link anyways and you can get on the wait list for the next course. As always, I love you guys so much. Peace and self-love.
Look at me now, I guess the doubts